not to get ready to go back to class.
Do you want me to send the sheriff to pick you up and you might have to miss class for a while because you can't comply with my orders and officer's directions?
No, ma'am.
I'm all for school. School is huge. It's important. But you can't just go around disregarding laws and court orders and expect to succeed in life doing that. On the record in 2024 TR 1098, State of Kansas versus Tajanique Liberty, Ronnie Thomas, and I don't know if we have those names in the right order. Please announce appearances.
State appears by Devin Canfield.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Tajanique Thomas. Tajanique, can you make sure and turn your video and audio on? There you go. Thank you. And Judge would announce at this time, pursuant to plea negotiations, Ms. Tajanique would be entering a plea. Well,
Darren, I thought this one was going to be continued.
yeah, it is. And my notes got kind of messed up, Judge. I apologize. This is a case where after talking with her this morning, we are requesting a new date. She's going to provide me further information that will help out in our case.
This matter is continued to November 18th at 8 a.m. Ms. Thomas must be back here at that time. She must stay in touch with her attorney and give him whatever it is that he needs and refers to when he's asking for this to be continued. Ms. Thomas, you'd had some problems before with your Zoom codes and your technology, so make sure you've got that worked out, or you need to be here at the courthouse.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything further from anyone?
Yes, Your Honor. I did just see that on August 13th of this year, I did get an affidavit from the jail stating that the defendant has not gone out to be booked and processed.
All right, now that makes me want to not trust you too much, Miss Thomas. Why in the world do you not respect the court enough to follow its orders?
Regarding what?
To go out and get your picture and prints taken and to post a bond.
Picture and prints. I wasn't aware that I was supposed to.
Well, what were you doing when where was your mind when the court was telling you to go do that? Where was your mind when you went into the breakout room with the officer to set that up? If you weren't aware of it, where was your mind?
To be honest, school. I've been doing school all summer, and I'm currently still a student here at Emporia State. And so I'm doing summer classes, and now I'm in person. So
okay, well, school is important, but so is court. And yes, court, you can go to jail for contempt of court. You can pay fines for contempt of court. You can get that bond revoked and sit in jail for bond revocation. Do you understand that it's serious when a court tells you something?
Yes, ma'am.
They're saying that you were driving without a license. There's between that and what you did to the court's orders, it kind of gives the appearance that maybe you don't pay attention to any of the rules or the laws. So maybe you better start paying more attention.
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, August 26th, this morning, you called the clerk and said you didn't have the Zoom codes. They hadn't been sent to you by email. The clerk told you that was because they had no email on file for you. They gave you the Zoom codes over the phone. Later, you called back and you told them you didn't have the Zoom codes, that they kept kicking you out, the ones that they gave you.
No, I didn't say that.
The clerk asked you to write them down again after you told her that apparently you let her to believe you'd written them down the first time and you didn't, or at least you told her the second time you didn't write them down.
No, I called back because my call had dropped because I went into an elevator and I don't have service in the elevator is what happened. So I did call back and ask can I get signed back in?
Miss Thomas, I'm hearing things that are unacceptable. You're in a predicament. You're in court. You need to make court a priority.
Yes, ma'am.
And the fact that you could not follow the court's order and follow the officer's orders and directions to go out and post a $1,000 bond makes me think that I ought to make you put up cash or surety. Where are you right now?
I'm sorry. I'm at Emporia State University. About to get ready to go back to class.
Do you want me to send the sheriff to pick you up and you might have to miss class for a while because you can't comply with my orders and officer's directions?
No, ma'am.
I'm all for school. School is huge. It's important. But you can't just go around disregarding laws and court orders and expect to succeed in life doing that.
Yes, ma'am.
Deputy, do we have the deputy for court security one? Are you doing okay? Do you remember Miss Thomas? Did you set up a time for her to go out?
I personally don't remember, but out
One
of
of
the
you
other,
did.
yeah, one of us did. But what I can do is our other deputy for scheduling already went to lunch, but I put in the chat everything she needs to do to get this figured out. So I got the jail's number, the address, what she needs to do. So since she failed to do it the first time, everything she needs is to get it done is in this chat that I'm going to send her. So she'll have to be responsible for calling and setting up her next appointment.
Miss Thomas, going out there and getting your picture and prints done it's just basic 101 court order. If you can't even follow that, I'm really afraid to trust you with anything else. But I'm going to give you this one more chance, and you better do whatever it is he's giving you the instructions for.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you're going to take on an adult activity of driving and you don't have a license, you're going to have to pay consequences. All right. So be back here November 18th at 8 a.m. and follow up on what he told you to do about that bond. Anything else we need to do?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, do we have you appointed to represent her?
I am, Your Honor, and I have talked with her this morning, but I just want to make sure that Ms. Thomas is writing down the information from the chat. I'm concerned that she's not seeing the chat, and if she disconnects, she'll lose it.
Where it says, hold on, let me reopen it. The phone number, the jail number, and it says schedule printed pictures, ask for Amanda, or leave a message if nobody answers. And then so on.
I couldn't remember. You're going to have to write that down. I wouldn't expect myself to remember all that. You're going to have to write it down.
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
Got it that quick?
What was that?
You got it that quickly?
I put it in my notes on my phone and set a reminder on my phone as well.
All right. Be sure and call Mr. Patterson or follow whatever directions he gave you too.
All right.
All right, you may go.